What was your favorite sitcom growing up?
Cosby Show.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
Why?
It was a family like our family. I didn't understand that it was revolutionary as a kid because of, there's a lot of lore with the Cosby Show because, it portrayed a black family in this way. It was a very important show. But I just didn't feel the weight of any of that as a little kid. I just thought Bill Cosby was funny and the girls were pretty and I could relate to the Theo character. I was younger than him. And I thought Rudy was cute and funny and delightful. And it just seemed like a very familiar thing to me, what was going on with that show. And my parents laughed at it a lot. And so we would all watch it when it came on. We'd all laugh real hard. It was wholesome. So I didn't feel any of the nervousness about like my parents are going to, become concerned or make a consternated face when there's a joke I don't understand. It was just good, clean fun. I loved it. Always look forward to it. What about you?
Do you remember the TGIF stuff that came on at night? There were like 4 or 5 sitcoms in a row.
ABC, right?
I don't know. I never
so
knew
the one I
difference.
remember is Full House. What else was?
There was Full House. There was Boy Meets World. Was that one of them?
Maybe for a while.
Home Improvement.
That was part of it?
I don't know.
Was Perfect Strangers part of that?
I don't know.
With Larry and Cousin Palky?
They were not married. They were living together. Yeah. Charles in Charge was, a little before all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just not a thing anymore, is it?
It doesn't feel like it to me. To me, there are 3 eras of sitcoms in my life. There's the era that you and I are talking about with the really heavy laugh track, which as a kid didn't bother me at all. Eventually I reached a certain age and I thought, that's stupid. Don't tell me when to laugh or how hard to laugh. Also, how did they all know to stop laughing at the exact same moment?
Right.
What is with that? But it was real wholesome. Now you look back and realize that every single actor was hopped up on cocaine for pretty much every single episode. But it just, it wrote that early phase of sitcoms in my life, kind of wrote reality back onto my family. It was very informative to me as a kid. And then the next era of sitcom was a little bit aware. It was a little more grown up. That was Seinfeld, which I did not watch. It was Friends, which I did not watch. It was like there was a show with John Lithgow.
You didn't watch Friends?
No, I've osmosed it completely, but I couldn't point to a single episode I've watched
How you
from
doing?
beginning to end.
You got nothing from Friends?
I can tell you the name of all the actors and the main characters.
Yeah.
And I can tell you kind of the arc a little bit, but no, I don't have it.
Why is it?
I can tell you the name of the coffee shop they hung out at, and I've never watched an episode.
The Central
of that
Perk?
show. That's it.
Yeah, the Central Perk. Yeah.
For me, the 90s are kind of a black hole for sitcoms. Maybe it was just a phase of life or something. I didn't resonate with the sitcoms very much. I didn't get Seinfeld. And then the next era, the final era of sitcoms for me is the 2000s. And that's Arrested Development, The Office, British and American.
Oh.
30 Rock, Community, and Parks and Rec.
Those are the finals.
The holy septulogy of the final era.
What was it again? Say it again.
Arrested Development, which was on Fox, only very briefly.
Okay.
And then you had British Office, BBC, and then 4 NBC shows that came right in a row. You had The American Office, 30 Rock with Tina Fey and Chuck Donaghy. Who is that? Alec Baldwin. And then you had Parks and Recreation, which was in the style of The Office. And then finally, Dan Harmon's Community.
I haven't watched all those. I'm still working through The Office. It's a big deal, too.
It's funny. Does it still work on you?
Yeah, it still works. I think the fact that there's not a laugh track and you're just left to your own, like, was that funny? Was it not? They let you sit with the awkwardness. That's a thing. Real quick, what would you think about if we started incorporating a laugh track to Know Them Questions? Would you be cool with that?
No. No, I wouldn't. I would hate it. Because it's fundamentally patronizing.
Let me see. Let's just try it out. That was good, man. It's patronizing. I see what you're saying.
Nothing funny happened.
What do you mean nothing funny happened?
Well, tell a joke first and then do it and see if it makes your joke funnier.
All right, here we go. Let me try.
Right.
Matt Whitman.
What? I'm not the joke. No, it has to be an actual joke. Here, push the thing after I tell you a joke.
Okay.
What do elephants use for tampons? Sheep. Push it. Now, here's my question. Was that funny because it's funny, or was it funny because of the laugh track?
It was funny because it's funny. Can I tell you one?
Okay.
What does a snail say on a turtle's back?
I don't know.
Whee!
The laugh track made it less funny.
It did, didn't it?
I think it did.
Oh, that's interesting.
It makes sense with The Office not to have a laugh track because of the style, the way it's shot. You know, it's like renegade documentary style. It would destroy the whole feeling of the thing, which is this is how these people really are. This is unscripted, which made it very funny. It made the social awkwardness humor funny. But then 30 Rock also skipped the laugh track, but it was shot more like a typical sitcom, but it didn't look like it was on a set. It looked like it was actually shot at 30 Rockefeller Place. I assume they just dedicated a floor at 30 Rock to 30 Rock when they were filming. I mean, that's the way it looks. It doesn't look like a set. You see everything from all the angles.
I don't know what that one's about. I haven't watched 30 Rock. I haven't watched Parks and Rec, but I know these were critical for launching a lot of careers.
And memes.
Oh, yeah.
So many of the jokes that you just automatically fire off are from those shows.
What are the sitcoms of today? Like, is there something that has that community? I think the reason it was so powerful back in the day is everybody was going to watch the show and you knew what was going on, like as a culture.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not a thing now.
No.
We're so split, not bifurcated. It's multifurcated.
Yeah,
Is that a word? Is that a word?
Whatever's after try, or I don't know. Yeah, and I'm concerned about that because it did feel like there was a bit more of a monoculture when we were kids, but then there were secondary cultures as well. And everybody was in bonus cultures, but also everybody was in the monoculture.
What's a bonus culture?
All the other subcultures. So for example, growing up, complete the following sentence. All right, stop. Collaborate.
And listen, Ice is back with a brand new edition.
How did you know that?
Because I play it with my kids when we ride up to their friends' houses.
Where did you learn it?
I learned it at Priceville Junior High in the 7th grade at the salad bar. There was a salad bar in the cafeteria, and some kid was like, "You heard about Ice Ice Baby?"
What?
I was like, "No, is
it a drug?
What is that? Yeah, is that a gang thing? I don't know any of the signs." And so I learned about it. What's your favorite line in that song? I got some in that I like. Oh, man, we gotta play that.
Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Do you know what candle rhymes with?
Vandal.
It does. It rhymes with vandal.
Yeah.
Do you know who the Vandals are?
Who?
Oh, they sacked Rome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know how that relates to anything. It's just a ludicrous rhyme.
Oh, man, come on. You got to play Ice Ice Baby for me. Why is this not working? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's kick it. Can we just do this?
This whole song? Yeah, I think I can.
Can you do the whole song?
I probably not.
All right, stop.
Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with my brand new edition. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flowing like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop, yo? I don't know. Turn off the lights, and I'll glow to the extreme. I wax a mouth like a candle, light up a stage and wax a chomp like a candle. Got it.
Dance.
Oh yeah.
The poisonous
Mushroom
mushroom.
deadly. When I play a dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it. You bet I can't wait. You better hit bullseye. The kid don't play. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it.
Ice, ice, baby.
How do we know?
Because it's great,
Oh,
man.
I'm sweating because of how embarrassed I am.
What are you talking about, dude? That's amazing. So my kids are precious, and I love them very much. And we go to great lengths to make sure that they are morally protected.
I am sweating. I'm listening, but I'm actually sweating. I'm really sorry. Continue.
We go to great lengths to make sure they're morally protected.
Yeah.
But I'll do things. I'll be like, hey, we're about to pull up and get your friend, roll the windows down. Like, Dad, are you going to do the thing? I am. Sweet. And I'm like, all right, which part do you want to play? I don't know. Let's just go for it.
Slice like a ninja, cut like a razor blade. How did you just say,
Oh, no, see, we don't say that part.
We do not
we
say
get
that.
rid of
Turn
that
that
part.
down.
I did. So we always like turn that down real quick.
Okay.
And then we will like after
That
it's
makes
done,
baby Moses cry in the basket.
check out the hook, Mama DJ revolves it.
Dude, your hips are really loose right now.
Oh gosh. I love it. Okay, so
And
common
that hook
culture.
is awesome. You know what who
That was from Queen, right?
and
I don't know.
Ziggy Stardust is David Bowie.
Is it really?
Yeah, Queen and David Bowie put together that hook, Under Pressure.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Same
Under
song.
pressure.
Yeah.
So you're talking about common culture. The fact that you and you grew up on the other side of the country. I grew up here in the deep south.
Yep.
So would you say you grew up in Nebraska, or would you say you grew up in
Colorado.
Colorado. Okay.
Yeah, I was born in Nebraska, but I have almost no memory of it. Mom and Dad were in college, and then Dad went to seminary, and I remember a little bit about seminary in Kansas City. And then after that, my memories start to come online.
Of your dad's seminary in Kansas City.
Yes, I did not go to seminary at age 18 months. I wasn't ready. My literacy levels were too low. I didn't have enough of the foundational knowledge.
I think that's important, dude. It's important that I can turn that song on, and you and I. Well, first of all, I think we still got it.
We do not.
Did you see the hip?
Clearly do not. But your hips did not lie. Those were fantastic.
I know. Thank you.
And also, you knew that reference.
I did. Yeah, I did. I think that's important.
Why?
We have that common culture. I don't know. It unifies us. It's a thing you and I can. If we didn't know each other back in the day, we could see.
rap at each other.
Yeah.
Hey man, you ever rap?
Hey dude.
We should just rap.
Yeah.
On this flight.
Bump
We'll
to
sit
bump
next
of
to
the
each other.
avenue's packed.
I try to get away, but the jack was jack.
Right? I don't know. I think it's really important, which is probably why authors and musicians have been super important since the dawn of time. But now we don't have these shared things. I think everything is so split, which is why I want to tell you about the comparison between a random episode of Seinfeld and...
Did you say Seinfeld? Wait.
Seinfeld? How do you say it?
I think you say Seinfeld. I mean, I'm not the
Seinfeld?
expert. I haven't watched it. I've
Did I say
osmosed a lot
field?
of it. You said Seinfeld.
Clearly, I don't watch the show, and I didn't watch the show. I apologize. Seinfeld.
Here we are talking about how these are markers of in culture, and then you say Steinfeld or
I said
whatever that
Seinfeld.
was.
I'm sorry. Whatever.
Okay, it's fine.
So the most watched sitcoms of 2023 versus a random episode of Seinfeld. So I'll show you the graph first.
Okay.
So these are all the episodes.
What do you want me to do right now?
I just want you to just think about this.
What do you want me to do, like with my eyes right now?
I want you to look at this graph. Oh, look at this graph.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. You were really
know.
disappointing me.
Yes.
All right, we got a graph.
All
What
right,
are
if you
these
would,
sitcoms?
Look at this graph. All right, so this is all the Seinfeld episodes here. This is the viewership. So we're going to just randomly pick episode 70. Let's give credit to the author here. Who do we have? Can we credit this? This is some random person. I don't know if it's reposted
You
or not.
dignify that username by reading it properly.
Okay, this is username the real Alan Rickman.
Oh,
I don't
think it's probably him.
I don't think it's
sadly
actually the
he's
person.
passed.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a random Seinfeld episode, episode 70, called The Lip Reader, first aired October 28th, 1993.
All right.
The viewership of this thing was over 30 million people saw that episode.
Saw it live.
Yes.
Okay, hold on a minute before you drop the hammer. 30 million. Okay. So I think that, if anything, that number actually doesn't hit as hard as it should because of the falsity of internet numbers. Internet numbers give you a weird, distorted sense of things. I think you and I have talked about this. If not, we've definitely conceptualized it. Have we discussed the currency exchange of different internet clicks, likes, downloads, views?
You and I have not discussed it, but I have had this conversation with other people.
What would you say is the lowest currency view in all of social media?
It's a reel. It's a TikTok swipe or something along those lines.
I agree.
Like a Instagram reel or a YouTube short or a TikTok. They just call them a TikTok, I think. And so I would say that's the lowest in terms of video, if we're only talking about video.
Sure. What would you say is the highest? Highest value view
I would say currently it's probably a Netflix episode or a YouTube video watch. A YouTube long form watch.
I agree. I think a stream or a YouTube traditional horizontal long form watch that's more than 10 minutes.
Interesting that you state horizontal. So I think about vertical video versus horizontal video a lot. I think horizontal video means I'm going to sit down at a screen, some device that is used for viewing and considering something over an extended length of time.
Yes.
I'm going to use horizontal because I have two eyes that are oriented in my head horizontally, and I'm going to take it in.
Yes.
So I do think it's important to stipulate this horizontal.
16 by 9 is shaped like a book.
Oh, is that what that is?
Well, think about it. Why are books shaped that way? Because that's our eye span. 16 by 9 is shaped like the world. If you eliminate your peripherals, you see in 16 by 9 or just a little bit more, some kind of panavision. So 16 by 9 is an orientation of I am observing and I am learning. 9 by 16 is the orientation of I want to crop out everything but what I'm already interested in. I don't want context, and also it's the perfect shape to just look at a head or a body.
I'm going to turn my head to the side and just look at this thing and get the information real quick, and then I'm going to turn back to what I'm really doing.
I don't need
That's what
context.
vertical video does to me.
I don't need context.
Yeah, exactly.
Just give me the thing. I already know a lot. 16 by 9 is curious orientation. 9 by 16 is distracted addled brain orientation. So I'm right with you. They mean different things. And you've never published a short on YouTube, correct?
No, there's a lot of people that have stolen my stuff and turned them into shorts on YouTube. But no, I've never intentionally published a short. Back in the day, I did have a couple of reels or Snapchat stories. I used to do that a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, I did. And once it became a thing, it was no longer ephemeral. The reason I did it when it was ephemeral is like, hey, what's up? This is what I'm doing.
What do you mean by ephemeral in this context?
Ephemeral means it's a thing that is here for a short period of time, and then it will dissolve or vanish away. And this ephemeral media, I almost felt like it was different than social media. It was obviously a part of social media, but ephemeral media, it was there for 24 hours. I'm going to post this on my story on Snapchat or Instagram, and then 24 hours from now, that's gone. You can no longer see it. I did that for a long time, and I think I was pretty doggone successful at Snapchat according to the numbers that I was seeing on my side.
Yes.
Yeah.
It took a toll on your daily life. I watched it. You traded something for that.
I did. And then it was, it's weird. If I go back and figure out where this was in time, it was with the rise of Instagram Reels. That's when I stopped. I've never thought about that. Why did I do that? Huh.
You mean, why did you do it when you were doing it, or why did you stop?
Why did I stop when I stopped? It became clear to me that at one point it was fun, and then it became a game. And it's like, oh, this is a thing you can win now, and you can get more than other people, and you can compete. And then once it became that, I was like, no longer interested.
Yeah, I didn't ever see that from you. What I saw is that when you started doing the daily reel, it made you more present. It exaggerated your already eyes up, very observant approach to life. That is interesting. I know why it's interesting. All I have to do is frame it in a camera this way, and other people who have eyes to see will see beauty in these mundane things. Yours is very, very good at it. The longer you did it, this is going to feel like a critique, but don't necessarily mean it that way.
I stopped for a reason, so bring it. Yeah.
The longer you did it, the more that completely flipped poles. And it started to make it so you were not seeing life in front of you. You were seeing things to put on the reel. And I was really happy when you quit.
Oh, cool. That's great.
You instantly became more fun to spend a day with when you quit.
Interesting. Yeah, that's good. It's like I wasn't performing. So there was something, there was an element of it that became, it felt like, oh, I need to post something today. And so I'm going to go find something if there's not something there. And so, yeah.
And it made the people around you, I can only speak for myself. I need to reframe that. It made me feel way less important than the people who had not made the time to travel or invest time in the friendship with you. They don't know you. They don't like you. They didn't drive here. They didn't take this day of their life to be with you. Yeah, I kind of hated the reels, and I was real glad when they went away. They were cool at first, but it changed your brain. And then it was amazing. It took, from the time you stopped to the next time we hung out, your brain had recovered. You're completely different.
That's great.
And back to pre-reels mindset.
That's awesome. That sounds like a success story.
Thank you for receiving that so graciously.
I receive it, and I receive that it was negative feedback about a past version of myself that I feel like I made it out of.
Thus making it a compliment.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Because you solved it, so the compliment is there.
No, it just became, it was very clear that it was not a good thing for me. I don't know. It was just an interesting thing.
I bring this up. I can tell right where we are in the outline of our conversation here. We're a few indentations into the question of the currency of different views, because you brought up that a random Seinfeld episode in 1993 got 30 million views. And the reason I took us down this road, before you give me the big payoff number compared to whatever the numbers are now, is because I think all of our brains as citizens of the internet have a not very robust thought process about what is an impressive number and what is not. So let me ask you this. Would you rather have, if you just really wanted to get a message out that was vitally important to like help people avoid a calamity or something, and you had access to only one of two options, Destin Sandlin. You're trying to save the world from a meteor or something that's coming in, but you need people to understand it. It's not just a warning. You need to exert your influence for the good of others. Would you rather have 100,000 podcast downloads and listens or 1 million TikTok views?
Podcast downloads and listens. It's not even close.
Why?
Because I think you're engaging on a much deeper level. You get past the lizard brain. Oh, that was interesting. That's kind of what you get on the Reels or the TikTok stuff. But when you're doing this, what people, if people are sitting here with us, that's awesome. Thank you, Third Chair, for being there. I feel like we're learning something, and I'm able to ask you questions, and you're able to give me critical feedback. You're able to tell me that I've done something wrong.
And vice versa.
Yeah. And I feel like there's iron sharpening iron here. I think that's a possibility with a podcast episode. And also you can flesh things out and get to a much deeper understanding of a topic. So the meteor is this place. We know it because of this reason. It's going to hit at this time. Earth's orientation should be in this rotation at this point in this. You can just really go into great detail.
Yeah. So here's what you need to do and why. Yeah, I totally agree. And I think I'd take 100,000 podcast downloads over 5 million TikTok swipes.
I don't know.
I mean, the level of connectedness is so different between the two. And as we enter the age of post-reality, those TikTok views are they're diminishing in value all the time.
Oh, interesting.
Any cheap waterfall app. Have you seen the new style, the new genre of video that is animal gets into somewhere it shouldn't be and family is shocked?
Animal gets into somewhere it should be. No, I haven't seen that.
So with AI using Sora, it's incredibly easy to just enter a prompt like, giant elk leaps through window while family is having dinner and family panics. These videos are all over the internet. Man is sleeping on hammock. Grizzly bear comes up and tries to climb into hammock. Man panics. Everyone's making this kind of garbage.
Where are you watching this?
I can't keep
Do you
it.
have Twitter on your phone?
I certainly do not. I put Twitter on my phone for 2.5 hours every week. I curated a list of people who talk about the Denver Broncos. And when I watch the Denver Broncos, I install Twitter on my phone. And then I sit there and I read the in-game commentary from people I like.
That's good.
About the Broncos. And when the game is over, I hold down my Twitter and I select uninstall and it goes away.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks, man.
I know it sounds silly, but that takes self-discipline. It does. I think it's neat. Twitter's good for real-time news. It's great for that. Or X, whatever we're going to call it. But I think it's important that you're actually deleting it. A lot of times you could just be like, oh, that was fun and not do anything. But you actually delete it. And I'm proud of you.
It has to go.
Mm-hmm.
My brain is different. I can't be who I want to be with Twitter on my phone. It's me or Twitter. I can't have both. I appreciate you saying that, but it really has come to, I don't want my Twitter-addled brain. It teaches me that nothing connects with anything, and it's terrible. So whatever the case, I'm seeing it on Twitter. Camilla is showing it to me. Like, I don't know what feed it's coming up for her, but she's like, these videos, they keep serving me these videos of a baby interacting with an animal a baby shouldn't interact with. And they're all the same baby. Look, here's a baby interacting with a husky and they're howling at each other, but it's fake. Here's the same baby. Look, it's the same baby. Like, yeah, that's the same baby. Now the baby is interacting with a bull moose. Well, that baby shouldn't be with the bull moose. And even though I know it's fake, she says, there's a baby and a bull moose. Like, that can't be. I need to look at that. My point is that view is garbage. 30 million views of an AI-generated lizard brain video of a contextless baby in the woods just sitting in a clearing and a bull moose walks up and you wonder what's going to happen is not worth the same thing as 30 million people gathering around their televisions. They don't have the ability to time shift it. They have to show up to watch it when it is broadcast and watching the thing together so they don't miss out on the conversations they can have on Monday at work about whatever happened.
My dad had me listen to, every once in a while he'll suggest an audiobook to me. I like to listen to him because I like knowing what's going on in Dad's head. There's that old song, "Read the books your father's read." And you know that song?
Why?
Yeah.
Is it that?
Yes, that.
I didn't know that was one of the words, just the way you sang it.
Yeah.
Gave it away. As the day unfolds.
Others have a
You
different
gotta be,
view.
you gotta be something. You
Gotta
gotta be wiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what song that is
We
at
have that
all.
common experience though.
Yes, we
But
do.
one of the lines is read the books your father's read.
Read
And
the books your
so I tried to do that.
father's read.
He had me read a book or listen to a book called Lux One Hypersonic. My dad listens to a lot of like series books. And this was an interesting one. It was written by an author up in Nashville. And the guy was a retired aerospace engineer. He was a professor, like a super published PhD kind of guy. Anyway, this guy, there was a really smart kid in this, and he's the protagonist. And it's the author's look at the near future. That's what he's doing. And this kid makes an AI version of a woman called Lummy. And Lummy is just a social media influencer that he created. And he put Lummy in all these interesting situations, like the kid that you're describing.
Okay.
And what was interesting is in the book, now that you're saying this, I realized I thought this book was so far in the future that it was like, oh, that's interesting. But now this book is almost in the past because people would not fall for that AI-generated social media influence girl, Lummy, given hairstyle techniques or whatever. And he was just making money off the revenue. But now people don't care about that kind of stuff anymore, which is why I think Smarter Every Day, the way I do it, I didn't plan on this, but I think just having a real conversation. You know what I mean?
That's twice as real as just a real one.
A real conversation.
Oh, now I get it. Okay.
Because there are conversations that are constructed to look real but aren't real.
Yes.
I think it's important to do what we're doing right now. This is what's going to connect with people, I hope.
Yeah, and I could say this can't be faked. For me, this can't be faked. Me sitting with you, there is no replacement, and I cannot imagine a technological replacement for this. Every time I say AI is never going to be able to do it, it seems to be eventually able to do it. Maybe, right now, if I listen to an AI-generated conversation, I'm like, that's stilted and stupid. That's not a real dynamic. Those aren't two minds playing off of each other. That is a socially unaware robot clumsily, ham-fistedly imitating what it imagines conversation to look like without any of the understanding of the nuance. The beautiful thing about art, and I'd say maybe even, art and conversation, is that right over there, 3 feet from me, right now, is an entire universe that I can only access by asking you questions and listening to what you say and watching what you do with your body. An entire universe. I guess it's not quite infinite because our minds aren't infinite, but there's a whole set of perceptions of the physical world. I'm kind of getting into Plato and Aristotle stuff here, but each individual person is...
Are you saying I'm a whole universe?
Kind of. Yeah, you are. Oh, did you really play the stupid... That didn't make it funny.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
I saw you over there like that. Your body language actually doesn't seem right for what I'm saying. Oh, you're queuing up the
And you're not
stupid
wearing
laugh
headphones,
trap.
so you didn't hear it.
Okay, I see what you're doing. Okay, I see what we're doing.
I'm with you though. Yeah, it's the Turing test is what you're talking about.
Okay,
So
sure.
you're saying we're still at a point where AI is not passing a Turing test, but we are close.
But it's more than that because the mind of AI will never fundamentally be the same thing as the life of the mind of an individual.
Can we do this? I'm going to have to cut this conversation right here because I have a whole other conversation about what you're just talking about.
Okay.
I want to get to. I want to go back to comedy.
So I'm still on comedy though. My point is this. The currency of views is not the same as the currency of views here. This is a very long way and a fun way of getting there.
Seinfeld?
But what do you see anytime somebody's like, they built a stadium in 1951 in New York City and it cost $4 million.
Right.
What's the very next thing in parentheses?
In today's money, that would be $57 billion
Correct.
or whatever. Yeah.
So here's my question before you make this comparison. You are one of the foremost experts on views and the internet and the mind of the internet consumer I've ever met.
I was about to say, there needs to be a qualifier here.
What would be your conversion rate? So if you were to write in parentheses, so 30 million views in 1993, in parentheses, which is the equivalent of X million views in the 2020s, what would you put on it? What's your number?
I think 30 million views on this Seinfeld episode in 1993. Well, the population, that's a tenth of the people in the country then. But they all watched it live, which is nuts.
How does that scale it for you? Double the value, triple the value?
It may be 10x.
10x?
It might be 10x. Yeah. It might be 10x because so there were two things. There was the did you see that thing?
Mm-hmm.
But then there was the we were all there for that thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
There are very few things now that we have out of sync time viewing capabilities. Well, what's that? There's a word for that.
Asynchronous.
Asynchronous. Thank you. So now that we have asynchronous viewing capabilities, we may have the experience, but it might be on a different, when my wife and I get in bed at night, I go take a shower or whatever. She's taking a few minutes just to catch up on everything that's going on. She's like, hey, did you see this thing that happened? She can say that. I'm like, no. Well, let me show it to you right now. That's an interesting thing that wasn't available back in the day. You had to be there for the 10 o'clock news. And or was it 10 o'clock? That's when the
6
news.
o'clock and 10 o'clock.
It's just an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing that you had to be there at the right time in order to get. So 30 million Seinfeld views.
Not adjusted for inflation.
Not, what do you mean?
I mean, this comparison you're about to give me
Oh, yeah.
is 30 million raw views in 1993. And so now what's the comparison?
So I'm going to compare it to something in 2023.
Okay.
Which is
A little while back.
If you take every single hit sitcom at the time, like the biggest things
What
on,
are those now?
back then, there was Young Sheldon, The Neighborhood, So Help Me Todd, Ghosts, Bob, Love, Abishola. I don't know. The most popular network sitcoms, highest views of 2023 compared to a randomly selected episode of Seinfeld in 1993.
So, and this is all lowbrow slop. This
All
is
those.
not sophisticated comedy you're talking about here,
If
but
you
those
add
are the big ones.
all of those up, it will equal about the same as Seinfeld.
Not adjusted for inflation.
Correct. Yeah.
And are they counting streams on their platforms as well?
Oh, I bet they would.
Of course they are.
I bet they are.
So you can't even put the event appointment television modifier on it.
Yeah. That being said, the population of the U.S. in 2023 was almost 100 million more. It's 340 million. So you got 340 million in 2023, 257 million in 1993. So if you look at that as a percentage, about 12% of the U.S. population watched that random Seinfeld episode 70,
Yeah.
back in 1993. But about 9.5% watched all of those sitcoms combined.
Any of those sitcoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do with that?
Well, why do you think that is?
I think they're not good.
Have you watched any of them?
No, I haven't watched any of those.
I've seen ads.
I've walked in the
seen
room
clips.
when someone was watching Young Sheldon.
Look, I'm just okay with irritating you or anyone who likes Young Sheldon or anything. That's derivative from The Big Bang Theory, right? That's
Right.
a spinoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the number of times that I have laughed at something that happened in 2.5 Men or The Big Bang Theory, it rounds most closely to zero. Never. This stuff just isn't made for me. I don't know. I don't understand why these shows have worked out. And I want to say a bunch of condescending things about it. But what I have seen from those shows when I've watched them, and even people I like have been like, this is the funniest thing, watch this clip, is such a reduced level of sophistication compared with those 6 sitcoms that I mentioned to you from what I would consider to be the golden age of comedy, that being the age when everybody still watched on TV. A degree of non-puritanical offensiveness had become acceptable. All ideologies got ruthlessly made fun of in that age. So you were going to get punched, and people you think are wrong are going to get punched in the same episode every single time. We're all going to laugh at each other and at ourselves all together. But we also hadn't jumped the public ethical shark into kind of just public raunch yet. I think all those sitcoms for me are a little much for broadcast on TV, the ones I said I like.
Mm-hmm.
I think they all push it just a little bit more than makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
But since then, it's just gone to a whole other level. So you had kind of a loosening.
In which direction? I think there was a time when comedy was almost illegal socially.
Yes.
There was a time when you were like, you can't say that, and it's bad.
It was horrible.
It was not fun.
Okay, so let's go beyond sitcoms. What is the last great comedy you saw in a theater that you could laugh with other people about because they saw it too?
A comedy I saw in the theater.
Let me reframe the question. What's the last comedy you saw in a theater?
Man, I don't know the answer to that question.
Dig deep.
Okay. I remember like 20 years ago seeing things like, I don't think I saw Bruce Almighty.
That was a cute show.
What was the one where Jim Carrey had multiple personalities?
Me, Myself, and Irene?
I think that one. That blew my mind. That was crazy. That one's nuts.
I don't remember it very well. I'm not even sure I gave the right answer there. I'm not sure I know that movie.
That might be it.
Did you see Dodgeball in theaters?
No.
But you know what the Ocho is.
Well, we watched Dodgeball as a family the other day. I have a list of things that I think the kids should watch.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm cultural tutoring them.
Yeah, that's a great way of saying it.
Yeah.
Because I want them to have access to the deep magic, the stuff that was formative for us. We watched Crocodile Dundee as a family the other day.
Yeah, including the scene in the bar where he tries to figure out if that's a dude or a lady.
Yes, that scene.
Yeah, that made my kids very uncomfortable.
Well, when that happened, and there was commentary from the people at the bar that's happening, Tara looked at me and she's like, whoa, this was made in the 80s. I was like, yeah, it was.
How about that?
Yeah, that's not getting made today. And so I think it's important to go back and teach our kids the deep magic like this stuff. And so,
well, wait, why? What do you mean when you say deep magic, and why do you think they need to know it?
I don't know. I don't want them shaped by the current culture as much as my grandfather. When I was riding around, he had an old gray Cadillac. He was so proud of that thing, and he had an 8-track player in the Cadillac. And we listened to Johnny Horton's greatest hits on repeat.
You know those like the back of your hand.
I do. Yeah. And I have no business.
Do you know what they took with them when they went down to the Battle of New Orleans to just get a bite to eat? What were they eating down there? Do you know?
A little bacon, a little beans, I
Okay,
think.
you've got it. Yeah, you have that on lockdown.
Yeah, and so it was fascinating. And so let me find.
Also, you know what the Battle of New Orleans is because of that song.
Absolutely. Movies the kids need to watch.
Hey, straight up, right now. Who fought in the Battle of New Orleans? I'm not asking you. I'm asking the third chair. Okay, now Destin Sandlin. Who fought in the Battle of New Orleans?
The bloody British.
And who fought against them?
We basically Andrew Jackson's.
Oh, so you even know the
brothers.
commanding general?
Yeah.
How about that?
I think my favorite.
But how many people know? What war was it in? Do you know that?
Is the Battle of 1812. It was
War
in
of
1812. Yeah.
right after the war ended.
Yeah.
So what's crazy about that is you know more about the Battle of New Orleans
In
And the War
1814,
of
we took a little
1812.
trip along with Colonel Jackson down to mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans and we fought the bloody British at the town of New Orleans.
Then what happened?
We fired our guns and the British kept coming.
Oh, they kept coming?
Yeah. Wasn't now as many as there was a while ago.
Oh, okay.
Fired once more and they began to running down to Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico.
Where did the British retreat to after they were defeated?
The briars and the brambles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they
eventually-
ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through...
But they retreated to the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, dude,
Sorry.
the point is you listen to this 8-track that was shared culture from a generation before you. And as a result, you know things about that detail in history.
Yeah.
That, again, no disrespect to anybody who doesn't know, but normal people don't know that.
Ooh,
but you know it because of an 8-track.
I just realized I get to cross off Crocodile Dundee from my list. I just did it.
Your list has check marks on it. That's really nice.
It
Mine
does.
doesn't.
Yeah. So these are the ones we've checked off.
Okay, let's hear it.
Oh, gosh. I'm so proud of this. Monty Python and Search for the Holy Grail.
Okay, that's a winner. Did they quote it?
Oh, yeah. It was great.
Surefire way to annoy everyone.
Dead Poets Society.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. Who wrote that poem?
I don't know. It wasn't Longfellow or Walt Whitman.
Hey, there
was
we
Walt
go.
Whitman? Okay.
That's my uncle.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Surprisingly,
Excellent.
that really holds up. It's good.
It's good.
It's actually good.
Is it okay that I think Keanu Reeves is the actor of our generation? I love him.
He's great.
He's great. I just saw him in a thing with Seth Rogen where he plays a defrocked angel.
Oh,
He's
wow.
an angel in charge of keeping people from looking at their cell phones and texting while driving.
Really?
Uh-huh.
That's his job?
Yeah, he plays the whole role of the angel like Keanu Reeves. I like tacos. It's just fantastic.
What's the name of the movie?
I don't remember. Good Fortune.
Okay. I want to watch that
It
now.
was pretty sweet.
Let's see. This can't be true. The Never-Ending Story.
And that, for
Oh,
what
we
it's
did
worth,
watch The
is
Never-Ending
the answer
Story.
to my question for you. What is the last funny comedy that I saw in a theater that I enjoyed? Good Fortune
Really?
with Seth Rogen and
I
Keanu
think
Reeves.
I don't know that I should just go through this list.
Keep going. Just reel them off.
I'm just going to reel them off. Let's see. Sandlot, Karate
Great.
Kid,
Great.
Never-Ending Story,
Great.
Princess Bride,
Well, obviously great.
Napoleon Dynamite,
Funny.
Forrest Gump, not a comedy, but great.
That's kind of a comedy.
Dumb and Dumber.
Funny
Dude,
show.
Dude, Dumb and Dumber. I still remember. I told Tara, I was like, tonight's the night. I'm going to let him watch Dumb and Dumber because I have a couple of movies that I've been dangling out there. I'm like, you're not old enough to watch this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I think tonight's the night because we don't want him to like go to college not knowing anything. I want him to.
Like all the people at college are quoting Dumb and Dumber, and your kids are going to feel left out.
So
Just go, man.
you know that scene where he's fighting the guy and he punches and he pulls out his heart and he puts it in a little bag and like. And then he does the splits and he goes down and he's hitting the guy in the
He does the
crotch like a
speed
punching
bag.
bag. Dude, my boys lost their minds. They had no idea what to do. They looked at me like, is this okay? This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. And I was like, I forgot like slapstick comedy like that. It was so good.
Crap. My kids really like the Adam Sandler comedies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we got in the Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison.
Go ahead and say
Tommy
it.
Boy.
Go ahead and say that you got mail from Adam Sandler. I know what's up.
Oh, yeah. My daughter invited Adam Sandler to her graduation party. Then he just sent a nice little postcard.
That's so cool.
It was really nice.
So cool.
It's a picture of him holding a guitar on the front of the postcard and a nice little hey on the back. Thanks, Adam
great.
Sandler. Cool guy.
Primer, that's a time travel movie. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Step Brothers is a bit much.
You did Step Brothers with your kids?
I tell for the boys, I was like, hey, I think tonight's night.
Dude, I'm just thinking of all the times that you have been visibly apprehensive about a joke you see me formulating around your boys, and you showed them Step Brothers.
They loved it.
I am not your problem.
Okay.
I'm not the threat here.
Nacho Libre.
That's a funny, weird movie.
Do you know Nacho Libre?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, golly. Yeah. They think I do not know things about the gospel, but I do. The Matrix, of course. Truman Show.
That's a nice show. I like that. I like Ed Harris, the guy who plays Kristoff in that. I just like that
Which
actor.
one's Kristoff?
He's the
friend?
director, the guy.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I
he's
mean, it's
great.
pretty on the nose. Kristoff, he's like the god in heaven. Like, see what they're doing there.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Dodgeball, of course. Crocodile Dundee. I'm going to give you one that This is probably not
when
under...
Patches O'Houlihan gets murdered by a neon sign that says "Luck of the Irish."
All right, so
Okay, what is the one that?
You don't see this one coming.
Okay,
Have you showed your kids Army of Darkness?
not yet, but I will.
Dude, that was
Bruce Campbell
fun.
is funny.
Yeah, shop smart, shop smart.
My kids know who he is and made the connection when I teased them with Army of Darkness because he's got bit parts in all the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, the Tobey Maguire ones.
Oh, really?
He's always a threshold guardian. He's always the character who won't let Peter Parker into something, like the ticket taker.
Really?
Yeah, same dude. I don't know what to do.
He's always that one role.
He's a threshold guardian.
What does that mean?
One of the Aristotelian archetypes. It's a super old storytelling. Well, think about the Black Knight in Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
You can't pass here. It's usually a bad guy who is in the story, not so much because they are a complex character, but because they represent a test and a leveling up that has to occur for the hero to take the next steps.
This is for another episode, but that's going to be so fun.
Okay,
we
fair
talked
enough.
about that.
What else
Okay.
is on your list? Keep going.
Okay, those are the ones I have checked off. I have a lot of other stuff here that's not checked off. Yeah, but those are the good ones. So, do you have anything I need to put on here?
Yeah, I do. I don't have the list with me, though, of stuff that we've been watching with them. Do you mind if I grab my phone for a second?
Do it. Go
See
ahead.
what I can find. We just watched the 2 Edgar Wright comedies that he did with Nick Frost and Simon Pegg. Have you seen Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead?
No, I haven't.
I'm trying to avoid doing the cliche thing right now that everybody does when somebody says they haven't seen a movie that they think the other person should have seen.
Okay, Hot Fuzz.
Though you clearly just communicated to me that you haven't seen the film.
Yeah.
But my social impulse is to be like, you haven't seen Hot Fuzz? Which, again, would be redundant since you clearly just indicated to me that you have not seen it. So let me try to do this with dignity. I recommend watching Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. Those are 2 of the funniest movies I've ever seen. And they were right on the edge of too much for my kids, but they did it.
Okay.
We watched a movie called Unfrosted, which is fairly recent. It's a kind of slapstick, wet humor show about the cereal wars, like the invention of Pop-Tarts with Jerry Seinfeld.
What?
It's pretty funny. Yeah, they did all right.
The invention of Pop-Tarts?
I think that's what it's about. I mean, it's all fake. It's like the Weird Al. Did you watch Weird, the Weird Al story with Daniel Radcliffe? Harry Potter plays Weird Al.
No, I did not.
That's funny.
Okay.
That's a funny show. I recommend that. Your family could handle it.
Okay.
That's delightful. I'm not going to ruin anything. That's just funny. And then we saw the new Naked Gun.
Okay. Is it a family one?
Don't remember.
That's date night.
Camilla and I got date night's great. Have you seen that?
Oh, that's a movie?
Oh, I highly recommend Date Night. That's from the same era. That to me represents the last little bit of in-theater comedies that were really funny. Date Night, Get Smart, Horrible Bosses, which is pretty offensive.
I need clarification because I have the sacred list here, and you're just like saying names of movies. I need to know if
I think Date Night could work.
No. You don't understand. You're going up against like Napoleon Dynamite.
Date Night belongs on that list.
Okay. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. You're saying Hot Fuzz is up there with that level.
Hot Fuzz is better than any of the movies you've said on your list.
Snap.
Hot Fuzz is among the greatest comedies in the history of comedy.
Does Unfrosted go on the list?
Unfrosted is cute.
So no.
It's cute.
It's not going on the list. I took it off. It's out. It's not on the list.
It'll be nice. You can watch that with the whole family, though. That's an important part of it.
Dude, you don't understand.
Okay.
I don't
understand.
A short amount of time with my children before they exit the house.
Yes, this is true.
So I have to prioritize what I expose them to.
Back
in that
to the
amount of
Future.
time.
Is that on the list?
Dude, you were so right. I'm so sorry. That was not on the list. I feel like a fool. It's now on the list. Back to the Future. Thank you.
Your repentance is accepted. There's a funny movie. How about Mystery Men?
It's not on the list.
Have you watched it?
No, I haven't.
Boy, I remember thinking Mystery Men was awfully funny.
Is it going on the list?
Well, now you made the list to this whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
I have to calculate so much, including what you guys find
Back to the Future's on the list.
offensive.
Crocodile Dundee. See, I didn't do
You did
Crocodile Dundee
Crocodile
2.
Dundee.
I feel like I should do Crocodile Dundee 2.
Did you do old school Naked Gun with Leslie Nielsen
No.
and O.J. Simpson?
No.
I think it might be a little much.
No, I mean, you're into stuff like that, like The Cosby Show. And
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know, just like people whose lives didn't work out. I mean, they were
Oh, I see what you're doing
clearly
now.
hiding
Okay.
something. O.J. Simpson, Bill Cosby. I
Okay, yeah, I see what you're doing. I accept. I accept.
All right. So the point is, I think comedy's changing. There was a period of time where we had this common thing that happened throughout our culture on these sitcoms.
Yeah.
It's not really a thing anymore. So film, we're going to go back to film, and I think that's going to be our saving grace for common stuff.
Okay, so question for you. I can tell you're trying to land the plane, but I want to ask you a couple of things. What has replaced it? What is the shared comedy of today?
That's the problem, Matt.
You can't think of anything that you could just crack a joke with anybody and they'd be like, ah, yeah, that's the thing. I get the joke. That's a real safe bet.
I've got stuff I can crack jokes about with you, but there's my son in Alabama is not going to go to a teenage boy in Colorado right now. Am I saying that right? Colorado?
You sounded good to me.
Colorado. My son is not going to go to a random teenager in Colorado, and they're not going to have a shared experience about a specific thing.
Do you think they would both know to laugh about the Coldplay Kiss Cam incident from a while back?
I mean, I don't know that they would laugh about it.
To me, that is one of the highest profile, whoa, jokes that kind of everybody's in on. They make fun of it in stadiums.
So social media moments.
That's all I can think of. I think social media moments,
Gross.
maybe presidential gaffes.
Gross.
I agree. I don't think it's any substitute. And then you might think, well, what's the best comedy of the last 10 years? It's stand-up specials with comedians.
Nate Bargatze.
Nate, well, and Nate you could show to anybody.
Yeah.
But Dave Chappelle has scored hit after hit, Bill Burr, but you can't watch that with a kid. My point is this. The comedy that has been the most groundbreaking of late, that kind of critiques society and makes a point, you can't watch it unless you're willing to accept a certain level of really profound offensiveness. So kids aren't going to watch it. And if they are, they shouldn't be. They're not ready to sort through that. So that eliminates one chunk of comedy that could unify us. Then the next chunk is something that's algorithmically catered. Our algorithms are bubbles. Our feeds are bubbles. I'm not getting the same jokes you are. It doesn't work to jump between feeds and crack those jokes. Occasionally something transcends it, but it feels cheap and icky and like manufactured culture. It doesn't feel actual. I think there really was something about sitcoms, funny movies in theaters, maybe even comic strips. Calvin and Hobbes,
Dude,
Far Side.
Yeah, Calvin and Hobbes was those were epic. What you're talking about. I've given my kids those books, so I'll go up, and my daughter will be reading Calvin and Hobbes. When
The
she goes
big
to bed.
volume, like the treasury of Calvin and Hobbes.
the small they're different sets or whatever, different books, and she's got the small ones, and she's sitting there flipping. Far Side what were they called? Galleries.
I think you're right.
Yeah, my kids go through all those. Those are fantastic. What about Bluey? Bluey.
I did not see that coming.
The Australian cartoon.
So here's
Bluey.
my Bluey observation. Sometimes we have trouble with the internet, and for whatever reason on our little streaming service, Bluey always works. So if something else locks up, our joke is start up Bluey. It'll fix the whole thing. And then we watch Bluey. And I thought it was like a Teletubbies, Barney kind of thing where it was just a nightmare, like a dystopian nightmare that would be brain rot trash. Except they turned it on and the little song starts playing.
Which is very similar to our theme song, by the way.
Huh.
The Bluey song is very similar to the NDQ theme song.
And our branding is all very Bluey.
It is.
It's very blue.
Yeah.
The song starts going, and I'm watching the animation, and I'm like, wait, don't turn this off yet, kids. This is really cute. And then they did like a make-believe thing where the kids put on a show for their dad in the master bedroom.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is wonderful. It's funny and it's good. And I don't have any kids of Bluey age, but I was very impressed. That is my nice comment about Bluey. What I've seen, I think is really good.
It's fantastic.
Okay, so I'm not crazy here.
Yeah, no, not at all. So my kids were like, Dad, do you want to watch some Bluey? I'm like, yes, always. Listen to their theme song. It's very
Oh,
similar.
wow, I hear it right there. Dun, 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 dun. Dad!
Yeah.
Dun.
Bluey is very similar to the IndieQ theme song. Yeah. It's
Ours is a little better.
yeah.
That's close.
I wonder. Yeah, it's interesting. So I wonder when they wrote theirs.
Is ours older?
I don't know. I have no idea. I think it might be Bluey theme song year.
I'm just trying to figure out if we
2021.
can get free money from them.
Yeah, yeah,
We should get a lawyer.
yeah. So our
Never
theme
been
song was
angrier in
before
my whole
Bluey's theme
life.
song. It's pretty interesting. I recorded the session of when we made the original theme song.
I was on the phone.
Yeah, Dr. Schuster, Ben was there. These two fantastic artists. When they were recording it, I remember how we got to where we got to. It was pretty interesting. It just kind of like happened.
I might not have been on the phone for that. How did you get to where you got to?
So we went through Mario. Like we went through Mario and we found some beats on Mario. And then we went beyond Mario and then we're like, oh, that's interesting. Do that. And then I was like, can y'all just jam for a bit? And then they jammed. I was like, okay, can you take that from your jam and that from your jam and just like lay them on the top of each other?
Yeah, you called me when it was starting to pop. I wasn't there for any of that on the phone, but I had sent you out with the Mario idea because we wanted something to jingle in and out of ads. And I was like, what about something that's kind of like da-da-da-ba-da-bum, but just a little different, just riff on it a little bit. And if you listen close to some of our ad or transition jingles, you can hear the slightest homage, the slightest echoes of something that seems sort of like it could be from a Mario universe.
You got to be careful. Nintendo will sue your pants off.
Yeah, go listen to it. Good luck with that. It doesn't sound like it.
It's nothing like it.
No, we maimed it enough. And also, hey, Nintendo, if we're suing people over ripping things off, I think the Scott Joplin family from the age of vaudeville who you ripped off for your entire Mario themes would like a word. Nintendo.
Oh,
like all of the Mario stuff is super ragtimey, super
It
Scott
really is.
Joplin informed. I mean, you think about Mario 2. I mean, it's so plinky, fun time, ragtime. So, no, let's just make a pact with Nintendo, Bluey, and us. How about just nobody sues anybody? We'll just all get along.
there you go.
They do not want that smoke, Bluey and Nintendo.
Blue Nintendo don't want the smoke.
I'm still kind of laughing about it, though. There's a little more laughing, Tina.
Hold on, let me give you a little bit more laugh track.